Hi guys, it's Nancy, and today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do because we're going to talk about Simon Says Create and what you can expect if you're going to come out and visit us in Columbus, Ohio. It is only less than 3 weeks away, April 21st and 22nd. This is sponsored by Simon Says Stamp. And by the way, someone asked me the other day at the stamp show, Simon Says Stamp is not Simon Hurley. They are two different entities. So Simon Says Stamp is a stamp store or crafty store. This is Simon. He is the owner. Heidi's dog. Okay. So she named her store after her dog. So Simon Says Stamp is the name of the store. And what basically doing is moving the store to this event. So the store, all of the products you could normally get in store or order online. I shouldn't say all of the products. Most of the products that you could get in the store or order online will be moved to this convention for 2 days, April 21st and 22nd. It's in Columbus, Ohio. Now, there's normally classes that you sign up to take. Gina Kay's teaching a class, Jennifer McGuire's teaching a class, but those classes have sold out like within 24 hours. So you cannot get into those official classrooms. However, we are going to be teaching make and take. So you're going to shop and do make and takes, create while you're there. So the cost is $15 for one day, $25 for both days, and that includes your make and takes, okay? So it's definitely going to be worth it. It's 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday. Here is the address, 100 Green Meadow Drive South, Lewis Center, Ohio, 43035. I will be there with my friend Tracy Schultz, and we are invited on behalf of Kitchen Sink Stamps. So we are going to be teaching a class, a make and take on Friday and a make and take on Saturday. They will be two different make and takes. And if you like the make and takes, then you can purchase the stamps from Simon Says Stamp, which is going to be hosting this event. All of the products that we're going to use are going to be there. We're going to be using Simon Says Stamp inks, Simon Says Stamp paper with kitchen sink stamps, okay? And if you've never heard of kitchen sink stamps, they're layering stamps. They're beautiful. If you don't think you're going to be able to make it to the event, I will put some links down below for you guys so you can shop online. And we do have a small discount code if you shop online directly through Kitchen Sink Stamps. So I'll put that down here for you as well. So let's talk about Kitchen Sink Stamps now. So this is who's hosting the event. And we're going to be there on behalf of Kitchen Sink Stamps, but it's for Simon Says Create. So don't get it wrong. It's a Simon Says Create store, Simon Says Stamp store event. Kitchen Sink Stamps is one of the companies they carry in the store. So we are going there to teach the make and take. All right. So you get to meet me. You get to meet Tracy. You get to meet Maria. So I'm going to show you just a bunch of cards that we have made up that we are going to take to this event. I'll try to remember the names of the stamps. Most of these are going to be at the event. So if you're there, a lot of these will be there that you can purchase them there. Again, if you're not going to be able to make the event, I understand not everybody is going to. I'll put the links down below in the description if you want to order online. All right. Okay. So the first one is the Winter Cardinal. Now, I am over winter, so I couldn't stand calling him a winter cardinal, so I put the happy spring sentiment on there. But the winter cardinal does come with this pine branch, and you can see all of these stamps are layered and have this realistic look to them. Okay, this one Tracy made. This is the tulips, and I think it's, let me get the official names for you guys. This is called Tulip Garden, okay? And she also did the basket. Now, this is what's cool about them. Not only are they realistic looking layering stamps, they're high quality photopolymer stamps made here in the United States. Kitchen Sink Stamps does not waste your money on dies. They sell SVGs. Now, if you buy an SVG, which is the cut file, so an SVG will cut this basket. This basket is cut out. I know you guys can't see that, but the basket is cut out. So what she did was she stamped, let's see if I can pull that. She stamped the basket and then she glued it on. But an SVG file is basically an electronic die cut for your Brother Scan and Cut, your Cricut Joy, your Silhouette, any of those electronic die cutting machines that you have. You tell it, hey, cut out this basket shape, and then you stamp on the basket. So there's no wasting space and no wasting money on dies. When you purchase these stamps from Kitchen Sink Stamps directly, you get the SVG file for free. All you got to do is put it in your basket. If you have to go back and buy the SVGs later, you pay like $2 for them. Okay, so if you have any Kitchen Sink Stamps in your stash and you didn't have an electronic die cutting machine when you got them and you want to go back and add your SVGs, you can do that. Just go to the website and it's an instant download. Put it in your cart. It's $1.99 or something like that, and you get that. Okay, so that one is Tracy's Tulips. This one is the fish. What are they called? Oh my gosh. Oh, I wrote the name on the bottom, on the back. Tropical fish. And for this one, I used some alcohol ink paper, and I tried to make this look like an aquarium. So I have a little aquarium here. I put it on a little stand, and then the sentiment says, swimming by to say hi. All right, so that's my little aquarium. And then I have, this is a card I received from Maria, and she combined this with the coral stencil, the coral and seahorse, the beach comber, which has the shell. So there's a lot of things you can do here, but look at how realistic that looks. She popped up this fish, popped up the shell. So when you add a couple of these elements together, wow, what a powerful scene that is, right? Like my aquarium compared to her aquarium. But that's the greatness about these things, is that you can make them as simple or as advanced as you want. Anybody can stamp with these stamps and it still looks great. All right. All right. This one I believe is Heartfelt Daisies. And it's a layering, and I heat embossed the center of the flowers there just to pop them up, make them look good. We have a little bee here, and then a lot of times when you get the SVGs, they come with these banners and things, so you can use the banners to stamp on. You made my day. Very easy. This is the train, which is called Steam Train and what? Steam Train and Cable Car. And I used the trees in the background. I masked them. I stamped out the train first, then masked him, then I did the trees in different colors. Then I put a little deer there, shaded some grass, put some birds, and then there's a cloud stencil. So there's an SVG where you can cut out your own cloud stencil and ink blend. A lot of these cards, if you guys want to see videos on the ones that I did, there are over 200 videos for kitchen sink stamps that I have made. So a lot of mine, I'll put the playlist down below and Tracy's playlist. And of course, there are some YouTube videos directly from kitchen sink stamps. Maria's just starting it out. Doesn't that flag look realistic? Doesn't it look like it is waving at you? I love this flag. It is called Stars and Stripes. The flagpole was my idea, and she made a stencil. So you can get the flagpole as a stencil now. Now these backgrounds, you're really, Nance, what is with all the foiling? Well, Maria also offers these printable background designs. If you have a laser printer and you want to do your own foiling, you can laser print at home and then foil these backgrounds. So a couple of these, you're going to see some foil designs. There are a ton of those, and they're only like $5 or $6. You download it. Once you download it, it's yours. You can foil it as many times as you want. Okay. All right. This one I used the Alpine Mountains, which you can see here. The lake, Big Bay Lake, I believe it's called, which comes with these trees, and then the rocks and the sailboat. So on this one, I combined 5 5 sets of stamps. I don't remember where the birds came from, but they also came from a kitchen sink stamp set. So 6 stamps possibly. But again, look at how beautiful that is. If you like making scenery stamps, like I know a lot of you guys like Stampscape stamps, but you really have to like, color them. Well, these all come layered. So you just stamp the layers and it will line itself up. I don't do great with coloring, but these layer stamps make my life a lot easier. Okay. All right. This is a new one. I don't have a video for this one because I just threw this one together yesterday, but this is the palm trees. And all I did was some ink blending. I just did some ink blending, a little mask. And then I went from yellows to oranges and blues down here. Then I tore a piece of paper and ink blended it brown. And I glued real sand on there, you guys. That is real sand. And I glued my palm trees on. Aloha. Isn't that easy and fun? Yes, it is. All right, so we have this guy. This is the Haunted Mansion. Or sorry, Mysterious Mansion. It's not haunted. It's Mysterious Mansion. And again, you can see my foiled background of bats there. And then I die cut my mansion out with the SVG file. You can see it's popped up. So I SVG cut it, then stamped it, and that's how it stamps. It looks so realistic, so layered, and all of those details come through from the bricks to molding around the windows. Look at the porch, and then we have the foil background, and then the tree and the little moon. I just masked that, and the tree came from the Owl and Friends, I believe. All right. This one I adore. This one came out last year. This is the new baby one. And actually, this is in one set, and this is another set. So the baby buggy and the feet are in a different set. I think it's called Sweet Baby. And then we have the little ducky, which you guys have seen. Now, this background, I created stencils. So the SVG files, I can cut out stencil material. And I made some stencils and stenciled those little hearts on here. So all of these products that you're seeing came from kitchen sink stamps just by using your electronic machines. And if you need help using your machines, Tracy and I have done a couple videos for you guys. All right, so this one Tracy made. This is the melted snowman. I want to make sure that's what they're called so that you guys have the right names. Invisible snowman. See, I messed it up. And so it is the snowman's hat, scarf, his pipe, his nose, his buttons, his coals. And then she stamped the sentiment, "You melt my heart." And then we just covered the whole thing in glitter to make it look like a melted snowman. But it is called Invisible Snowman. Okay. All right, this one I used a couple of different sets. So I used the cloud stencil in the back. Again, I cut my own stencil out of stencil material. You can see that there. And then I just ink blended over it. So this has that same basket you saw on Tracy's tulips. And then we have carrots and peas are in one set. Lettuce is its own set. Tomato is its own set. And then the bunny, the sweetheart bunny, he is called Honey Bunny. So a couple different sets here, but again, look how beautiful they coordinate together. Doesn't it look like that bunny is just like came across this? He's like, oh yeah, give me that basket of vegetables. Okay. All right. This one is Graveyard Raven. And this looks like a real tombstone. When you guys stamp it out, it looks old. It looks beat up. And then the raven, oh my God, he's so creepy looking, okay? Then I used the moon stamp, and the moon stamp has these bats and this creepy tree. And the raven, the graveyard raven, has these headstones back here too, and this grass. Okay. Graduation is just around the corner, you guys. The graduation set is pretty neat because not only do you get the hat and tassel, and you can customize that to any color of their school, you get the diploma, and then you get the phrase, "Congratulations, graduate, class of," and there's a whole bunch of numbers. So you can make this any year you want. It's not just 2023. It's individual numbers, and you stamp it out. Tracy made this. Very good job, Tracy. Look at that diploma. It looks like I can just take that off the page, but it's not. It's flat. All right. This is one of my favorites. This is the gingerbread family. And I will admit I cheated here. I put down some wood grain paper. This little cookie pan or sheet pan and spatula came out of a card kit I had from years ago. But I did stamp my little gingerbread family, and I put Nouveau glossy accents, or what do you call them, Nouveau drops on here to make it look like icing, okay? And then this season's greetings came out of one of the Christmas stamp sets. Isn't that fun? Who doesn't love gingerbread men? All right. This one is part of the release last year, which was Class Notes. And Class Notes has a couple of different things. So I did a video on this. So number one, this background is foiled. I foiled it with white toner foil, and then I colored it with green ink. Okay, so that's ink blended with green ink. You think that's pattern paper. It's not. I made that. This is a stamp, this sheet. These individual words are stamps, and there is an apple stamp, and I put glossy accents on the apple, and I made what I believe to look like a really cool back to school. So that's Class Notes, and then this is, they have a crayon and I think it's like a pencil, a pen or something like that. But if you're somebody who is into teaching, you teach or you make cards for teachers, what a wonderful set. And then the crayons you can do in any color you want. Fun, and I put different rainbow sequins on there. Okay. Champagne Toast, I believe this is. Champagne Cheer. I really suck at these names. Okay, Champagne Cheer. So Champagne Cheer was redone last year. There was one and it was a little smaller, I think. So this is more nicer of a size. And you can change the color of what's in your champagne glasses. I did put some glossy accents on my glasses there. But then you also get this celebration, confetti, and streamers, which is fun. And then I stamp the rings and cut them out and link them together. So I think this would be a fun wedding card. Here we have Bear in the Woods. This guy was so fun to play with. So these woods, I have done them in green. I have done them in orange, so they look like they're fall colors. We have the lake and the rocks here again. And this bear is just trying to get some lunch. You got a fish jumping out of the water there, and his buddies are like, hey, did he find the right spot? So Bear in the Woods. This one is the bridge. And again, I use the Alpine Mountains in the back. I used the cloud stencils, grabbed some birds out of a set, and then I stamped this bridge. Doesn't it look realistic? This guy is sitting there with his fishing pole trying to catch something. But I just love the 3D effect of these stamps. And they're not very difficult, you guys. They really aren't. All right, so this is one of the make and takes we're going to be making, which is the iris and the butterflies. So you'll choose which butterfly you want to do, but all of these butterflies come in the stamp set as well as the bigger butterfly. So the butterfly stamp set comes with this big butterfly and those 3 butterflies. The iris stamp set just stamps beautifully. It just looks so realistic. So this is one of the make and takes we're going to be teaching. This is the other make and take we're going to be teaching, which is the fuzzy bear. This bear is for all occasions. He's for birthdays. He's for babies. He's for congratulations. He's if you got somebody who's sick and you want to get well. He's for all occasions. So I used that confetti again from the celebration set. We have a single balloon. There are 2 balloons that come in this set. You have a single balloon and you have a balloon bunches. And then I grabbed birthday wishes from another stamp set. Here is the same bear with the bunch of balloons. And I stenciled those hearts again. Here is the seashell set. I don't have that one written down. But I just did some, I think this is ink blending. This might be pan pastels. I just did pan pastels in the background. And then, again, these are SVG cutout. Just makes it easy to stamp. They're cut out. You stamp them, silver dollar seashells, and just glue them down. Hello Summer is a sentiment. That's from Kitchen Sink Stamps. This is the door. I don't have the names of these in front of me. I think it's called the Grand Door. But I know it looks like a 3D popped up door. You guys, it's not. It's flat. It's stamped that way. I promise you, you can stamp that like that. That is not popped up in any way. It's such an optical illusion. It is 100% flat. Now, I did pop up the outer part, and this is stenciled. I stenciled it. I added a little bit of silver paste over it. The little topiary trees are part of another set. Old World Doors, what it's called. And I have videos. You can go watch my videos, and I walk you through all of these. This one is the Hawaiian one, which I think is hibiscus. So there's a foiled background. You download the design, you print it on your laser printer, or you take it to your local copy shop and they print it out. And then I foiled it, and I cut my SVGs out and stamped all of these. And look how beautiful that looks. Wonderful. Another fun summer one. Summer Splash, I think it might be called. So again, that printed foil background. I printed that. I foiled it. And look at this beach ball. Yay. Another one with the beachcomber set, which is the shells. Tell me that doesn't look real. I went to put this card today, grab it, and I thought I had stuck on a real shell, and I was like, oh, am I going to be able to package that? And then I realized that's not a real pearl. Used a little bit of paste through, a little netting stencil there. Shell, yes, call me on my shell phone. But tell me that doesn't look like a real 3D starfish. And this is just ink sprayed background. Nothing special there, but a lot of fun. And then we have duckies. There's our duckies again. Now I believe this ducky is retired. This is the new ducky. But yeah, it's super cute. And the hearts are a stencil. All right, this one is called Love Letters. And really what you're getting here is the inkwell and the quill, which I love. And then there are some sentiments that come with it. But I'm a pen lover, so this one really spoke to me, especially this being a quill pen. And again, it just looks like a real pen sitting there. And it's not. And SVG cut it out. Here is one, and I did the foiled background. So I foiled the background and stenciled. So foiled and stenciled. Downloaded the designs. Cut them out myself. Printed them myself. I didn't have to go anywhere. Didn't have to buy anything. And then the only thing I had to wait for was the stamp set. Once the stamp set came, I stamped out the quill and Be Mine. And you see how the Be Mine is cut out? Those are the other SVGs. If the SVG, the set has sentiments, you will get a cutout for a lot of those sentiments. This is Big Isle of Big Bay Lake. Comes with the trees, comes with the lake. And then I added the trout fishing, the bag. I think the bag has been retired. And the little sign. And this sign was part of the SVGs. She just added a little sign for me to be able to stamp on it. Going fishing. I love fishing, you guys. So there's a beautiful trout set in there. There's a whole bunch of there's like canoes, a whole bunch of fishing stuff in there. All right, this one is Remembrance Poppy. And here you can see Maria's card where she really did a great job with it. So again, I did a very simple card. I just stamped out my leaves and my poppy and did the cloud stencil. Remember their memory. And she did it much more advanced. So she did a slim line here. This is a stencil in the background. And she did the poppy in 4 different colors. And again, die cut them out and pop them up. This is all die cut out with the SVG machine and stamped on. And then this is a clay pot. So she really took this up a notch. So again, depending on your level, you might just stamp it out and it looks great. Or you might go and use those SVG cut files because, again, they are free when you order your stamps from Kitchen Sink Stamps. So that's the Remembrance Poppy. Love it. All right, here I have the The Mysterious Mansion. This has quite a few. So I have the Mysterious Mansion. I have the tree and the moon from the, I think it's the owl set. The witch is from Friends of the Moon. Here is the Graveyard Ravens grave. And then we have the cauldron. So the cauldron and the bubbles, that's another set. And we have another raven there. So, yeah. Very fun set. I made this one, made it kind of fun, creepy. And, you know, when you combine a couple of sets and take your time and do it. And this is all one layer. None of this is cut out. This is all one layer. Then we have the flip-flop set, another one of my favorites, and I just stamped the flip-flops out in different colors. Added this set on a little action wobbler, and I put real sand on the card again. That really looks like a pair of flip-flops sitting there. Okay, and then some more samples here. These aren't mounted yet, but we have, again, the butterfly, and we have watercolor thanks. Same butterfly set has this butterfly. See, I did them in the same color. And this is the iris. And then we have some trees here that I've done in different colors. And then these words are called watercolor prayers. There's a whole bunch of different sentiments that match that. Watercolor prayers. And there you can see the two different trees that come in that tree set. And you can change up the colors. And then there is the seahorse and coral. So here I use the stencil to do the green kelp in the background, seaweed. And then the coral is stamped directly on top of that. But the seahorse, he is stamped on an SVG and then he is cut out and glued on there. All right, so if you want to go check these out, you're not going to be able to make the show. It's Kitchen Sink Stamps. I'll put the link down below. We have a discount code. I will have that down below for you guys. Remember, when you're buying the stamps, to put the SVG file in your basket. It is free, and you can use that on your electronic die cutting machines. It is compatible with all of those. So Brother Scan and Cut, Silhouette, Cricut Joy. I have several videos showing you how to do that. You can cut out your stencil material and make stencils. You can cut out your SVG files, and then you don't have to waste your money on die cuts. And you can do your foiling, so you can print with your laser printer and make these beautiful foiled backgrounds and stencils. So a lot of fun things you can get from Kitchen Sink Stamps, but hopefully you'll get to see us in person when we are there to demonstrate these stamps and get to do some make and takes with us. So again, head on out. Simon Says Create, April 21st and 22nd, 2023. It's less than 3 weeks away in Columbus, Ohio. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you only come on Friday, it's $15 for one day or $25 for both days. So Friday or Saturday, it's $15, but come both days and it's $25. And you will be doing these make and take, create it projects with each of us there, and that's included in your price. So I think it's totally worth it, and you get to meet some of your favorite YouTubers. I believe also Amy from Prairie Ink is going to be there. Who else did I see? Oh my gosh, so many people that I was like, oh my gosh. Obviously Gina K, Jennifer McGuire. There is, I forget her name, but there's a woman there that does a lot of Tim Holt stuff that's going to be there. I think Hero Arts is going to be there. It's your boy Ricky. He's going to be there. I can't wait to meet him. So quite a few people that maybe you watch YouTube videos are going to be there. Myself and Tracy are going to be there. I would love to meet you. Please come over to the booth and say either you watch Nancy Stamps or you're a member of my group, the Foiling Snobs Club. Tracy and I started that group, so we would love to hear that you're a part of the Foiling Snobs Club. And if you're not the Foiling Snobs Club, I will put the link down below so that you can join us. But if you had fun watching this video, please give me a thumbs up before you leave. Click the little butterfly down here to subscribe to my channel to get more information. And again, if you're interested in tutorials, I have tons and tons of tutorials on a lot of these cards. You can go to my playlist. I'll link it down below for Kitchen Sink Stamps. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you. Comment down below if you're going or not, and give me a thumbs up before you leave. Bye, guys.